Welcome to another edition of Rants, where I come on and go off about, well, whatever's honking me off today. Right off the bat, congratulations to my Philadelphia Phillies for winning the National League pennant over the weekend. On to the World Series and the Houston Astros, who knocked off the team I hate the most in baseball, the New York Yankees. So thanks to that. Now, some of you may be saying, wait a minute, John. I thought that you don't watch present-day Major League Baseball anymore because you're boycotting the sport because it's become infested by wokeness. Well, yes, that's true, but you know what? It doesn't happen often that the Philadelphia Phillies make the World Series. I mean, the last time was like 2009. So I've decided to rescind my personal boycott of Major League Baseball in order to watch my Phillies in the World Series try to get that third World Championship in franchise history. Hey, what can I say? I suck at boycotts. But the World Series is not the main focus of today's episode. No. Instead, it's the Super Bowl, which is taking place right here in Arizona, down at State Farm Stadium in Glendale. And Republican gubernatorial candidate Kari Lake had something to say about the big game in an interview over the weekend. Basically, she kind of gave the NFL the middle finger if they tried to mess with the Super Bowl here. And I'll tell you more about that after this word from our sponsor, H2O Health and Water Solutions. Does your toilet have rings that always need cleaning? Do you have hard water spots on your shower doors? Calcium buildup on your faucets? Just imagine what all of that is doing to the inside of your washing machine, dishwasher, refrigerator, your hot water heater. What about the pipes inside of your body? Buy a filter or be a filter. You can have clean, mineral-rich water without the buildup of unwanted toxins in your body and throughout your whole home. Call Vicki Johnston today at H2O Health and Water Solutions at 928-899-7504 or stop in and see her at the Prescott Gateway Mall. Okay, so since Kari Lake's opponent in the governor's race, Katie Hobbs, doesn't want to debate her because, well, to steal a line from Tommy Wiseau and The Room, you're just a little chicken, Katie. Cheap. Well, I think she's a chicken, and also Katie Hobbs just strikes me as someone who's as dumb as a stump, and I think Kari Lake would just mop the floor with her in any debate. So, in lieu of a debate, Lake sat down for an interview. I think it was about a half hour long. Sat down for an interview at AZTV7 over the weekend, and she said that if she's elected, first thing she's going to do is declare an invasion at the southern border and take steps to stop it. So that led the interviewer, Mike Broomhead, who's from radio station KTAR in Phoenix, to bring up the NFL pulling the Super Bowl from the state decades ago when Arizona did not want to recognize the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday, and asked what would she do if the NFL threatened to pull this season's Super Bowl from Arizona if Lake tried to secure the border. And Kari Lake, however, she showed that she is not intimidated at all by the woke NFL. She said, quote, "You want to tell me that a bunch of football teams owned by billionaires are okay with fentanyl pouring across our border at a record level, killing our young people? If the NFL is okay with that, then they ought to do some soul searching. I don't think the NFL's that stupid. I'm taking marching orders from the people of Arizona who are tired of their children getting their hands on the most deadly drug this country's ever seen. So if the NFL has a problem with that, they're going to have to lick their wounds because we are going to secure our border in Arizona," end quote. Heck yeah, Kari Lake putting the NFL on notice. Now, just to be clear, there has been no word from the NFL that they would consider moving the Super Bowl out of Arizona if Lake is elected and she declares an invasion. I don't even think they could do that with the game, moving it out of Arizona with what we're 4 months away from the Super Bowl. I mean, doing that would be a logistical nightmare with getting new venues, not just for the Super Bowl itself, but for all the festivities surrounding the Super Bowl. Also, there's like securing hotels. There's transporting equipment. There's catering because you got a whole army of people serving the Super Bowl. You got to feed them. Security, the army of security that's needed for this game. I mean, when you think about it, planning for the Super Bowl, for any Super Bowl, probably starts a year out from the game. Actually, I would imagine it probably starts more than a year out from the game, and you want to try to change everything in the span of 4 months or less, probably won't happen. But there's always a caveat to these things. But when you go back to last year and you see how Major League Baseball just suddenly up and moved the All-Star game from Atlanta to Denver because of lies about the voter ID law in Georgia, you at least have to entertain the possibility that the NFL could threaten to move the Super Bowl out of Arizona. And even if that doesn't come to pass, and I personally don't think it's going to come to pass, I think Lake still put all these woke sports leagues on notice that you're not going to blackmail our state into enacting policies just to make you happy. All right, folks, that's going to do it for today's edition of Russ Rants. Be sure to like, share, follow, and subscribe across all of KYCA's social media. That's YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, Instagram. Check us out at kyca.info. Be sure to smash the like button and leave a comment. We'd love to hear what you have to say about this episode. Till next time, I'm John Rust. Go Phillies. I'll see you soon.